Why your manifestation isn't working. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that resonates with each one of us. You've been visualizing that dream job, perfect relationship, or new house for months, but nothing's happening. You're doing everything the manifestation gurus told you to do, but it feels like you're shouting into a void. Here's the truth: manifestation isn't about vision boards and positive vibes, it's neuroscience. Your brain is literally being rewired every time you practice manifestation techniques, and I'm about to show you why yours isn't working. The neuroscience behind manifestation. Ever wonder why some people manifest success effortlessly while you're still stuck visualizing the same goals month after month? Let's dive into what's really happening inside your brain when you try to manifest your desires. Your brain is truly remarkable. It actually can't tell the difference between what you're vividly imagining and what's really happening. When you visualize winning that promotion or finding your dream home, your brain creates neural pathways as if you're experiencing it in real time. This is why visualization is the first step in manifestation practices. But here's what those manifestation gurus on TikTok aren't telling you: visualization alone creates weak neural connections that fade away quickly. It's like drawing a line in sand, one wave washes it away completely. Your brain follows a use it or lose it principle where neural pathways that aren't regularly reinforced simply disappear. Think about learning to play the piano. Just visualizing yourself playing your song perfectly doesn't make you a concert pianist. The same principle applies to manifestation. When you just visualize success without taking any action, you're essentially training your brain in the art of fantasy thinking. After enough rounds of this, your brain starts to dismiss these visualizations as just another daydream. This explains why positive thinking alone consistently fails for so many people. Your brain isn't designed to transform thoughts into reality without evidence. It needs proof, real, tangible experiences that reinforce those neural pathways you're trying to create. The brain requires something psychologists call neural consolidation, the process of strengthening connections through repeated activation. Scientists have a term for the missing piece that bridges thought and action: implementation intention. It's the specific plan that moves you from "I want this" to "I'm doing this specific action at this specific time to make it happen." This is precisely what most manifestation practices completely miss. Implementation intentions transform vague wishes into concrete neural pathways that your brain can follow. Your brain is also equipped with a fascinating filtering system. It decides what information gets through to your conscious awareness and what gets ignored. When you're shopping for a red car, suddenly you see red cars everywhere. They were always there, your system just wasn't programmed to notice them. This explains why genuine manifestation practices can seem magical. When you truly commit to a goal with emotional connection and back it with action, your brain literally starts filtering the world to show you opportunities aligned with that goal. It's not magic, it's neuroscience. But this only works when you've programmed your brain through consistent thought and action. The frustration most people feel with manifestation comes from missing this crucial brain science. Visualization alone creates temporary neural excitement, but without reinforcement through action, these pathways weaken and fade. Your brain naturally prioritizes patterns that are repeatedly activated. It's how we survive and thrive as humans. Positive thinking isn't enough because your brain requires consistent reinforcement through action to rewire neural pathways. Every time you take action aligned with your visualization, you're strengthening those neural connections. Every time you visualize but do nothing, you're actually training your brain to disconnect thoughts from outcomes. Bridging the gap from thought to reality. Those neural disconnects aren't just ineffective, they're actively working against you. Your brain contains a sophisticated security system designed to maintain the status quo, and it activates whenever you try to manifest significant change. Think of it as your brain's built-in firewall that silently blocks the very transformations you're trying to create. This protective mechanism makes perfect evolutionary sense. Our brains develop to keep us safe and preserve energy, not to pursue dreams or manifest abundance. When you visualize a reality dramatically different from your current circumstances, you're essentially triggering an alarm system that's been perfected over thousands of years. Every time you imagine yourself as a millionaire while your bank account shows a different story, your brain detects what psychologists call a reality gap. This gap between your current reality and desired outcome creates cognitive dissonance, a state of mental tension your brain finds deeply uncomfortable. Rather than helping you bridge this gap, your brain's natural response is to protect you from potential disappointment by reinforcing existing neural pathways. Imagine trying to reprogram your smartphone while it's simultaneously running security software designed to prevent exactly that kind of change. That's what's happening in your mind when you attempt manifestation without understanding these neurological barriers. Your childhood experiences have shaped invisible belief systems that now operate below your conscious awareness. Remember when your 5th grade teacher told you weren't good at math? Or when your parents suggested that people like us don't get rich? These moments didn't just disappear, they created what psychologists call limiting beliefs that now form a neurological ceiling in your mind. These limiting beliefs act as invisible barriers that silently sabotage your manifestation efforts. They're not just thoughts, they're actual neural pathways that have been reinforced thousands of times throughout your life. Each time you experience disappointment or failure, these pathways strengthened, creating a mental infrastructure that automatically filters out possibilities that contradict your established beliefs. The fascinating part: your brain doesn't distinguish between positive and negative beliefs, it simply reinforces what's familiar. This is why many people remain stuck in patterns of scarcity or limitation despite their best efforts to think positively. Their subconscious programming is literally hardwired to reject new possibilities. There's another critical element missing from most manifestation approaches: emotional resonance. Your brain prioritizes and encodes experiences with strong emotional connections far more effectively than neutral information. When neuroscientists study memory formation, they consistently find that emotionally charged experiences create stronger, more resilient neural pathways. This explains why you can vividly recall your first kiss or a particularly embarrassing moment from years ago, but struggle to remember what you had for lunch last Tuesday. Emotion acts as a neurological highlighter pen, signaling to your brain, "This is important, encode this deeply." When manifestation techniques lack emotional depth, they fail to create the neurological changes needed for real transformation. Simply repeating affirmations in a detached way is like trying to charge your phone with a dead battery. The circuit isn't complete without the emotional current. The missing link between thought and reality is what neuroscientists call embodied cognition, the process of engaging your entire nervous system, not just your conscious thoughts. This is achieved through consistent, emotionally charged actions that align with your visualizations. When you combine clear visualization with immediate action steps, even small ones, while in a state of positive emotional arousal, you create a powerful neural cocktail that begins to reshape your brain's physical structure. This isn't just positive thinking, it's strategic neurological engineering. 4. Conclusion. So here's the truth about manifestation: it's not some mystical secret that only works for the special few. It's a practical science of brain engineering that anyone can master. Your brain is a manifestation machine that responds to deliberate programming, not just wishful thinking. Remember, when you align your visualizations with real actions, you're essentially uploading a new operating system into your neural network. This isn't about magical thinking, it's about strategically rewiring your brain's circuitry through what neuroscientists call experiential encoding. The most successful manifestors aren't just dreamers, they're neural architects who understand that every small action creates physical changes in their brain structure. Start today by picking one visualization and immediately taking a tiny step toward it. Your brain doesn't need giant leaps, it needs consistent evidence that your new reality is already emerging. Ready to transform manifestation from a hope-based practice into a science-based strategy? Your brain is waiting for you to give it the right instructions. The power was never in the wishing, it was always in the neural engineering. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs a little motivation, and subscribe for more content. Here's to unleashing your potential. Let's make those dreams a reality together. Don't miss out on empowering content. Subscribe now. Thank you for watching and subscribing to my channel.